Where you go to YouTube and see this is streaming. Yep. Okay. Right here. Oh. Phone. No, right there. The subject, right?
I've only got one bar.
Here he comes.
How are y'all?
We're hooking it up.
We're live on
Look at this, man. They got a red light. Got the red
Been around a red light.
I've seen her all over the place.
Roxanne.
We're streaming live already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Roxanne, if you're out there, give a thumbs up for Frank. He messaged you. We wouldn't out you the red. Oh well. You want to be this stuff here instead. So that's a heck of a setup you got there, bro. So, huh? Yeah. She said you were not excited. She said you just bored with the whole fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your mouth. You're live.
I don't care. It's YouTube. I curse.
Right.
I don't want.
This is not CNN or Fox. Your topic's ready to be made with the word and everything. I just didn't know how to mix it, so all I got to do is put the coffee in there and turn it on. I may even do it for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Is that like a Fleer 1? Or?
It's a Seek thermal. It does a freaking less than $200. So anyway, my pad was out of juice. It don't hold juice very well. It's not used. I'm charging it over there. So we're gonna turn the lights out, put a red.
Basically, I mean, all she's going to hear is white noise.
Okay. So you see this microphone here? This thing picks up the whole room with it.
What is it, Yeti?
And it's right here or standing by the same volume.
How many people you ever seen take one of those jitterbugs? So it's kind of funny. Maybe I can get the previous one.
So they get a jitterbug. You're saying, right? I don't want. I'm lost.
No, I just.
I didn't know if any part of that was serious or was all a joke.
I'm just talking crap. My lips were moving, so I was,
That's okay.
talking crap.
It's all good.
So,
You give me a cup and you give him a cup. Maybe there.
so this is actually what I feel. See.
So there's nobody watching yet, but we're getting set up here. This is a sneak preview right here.
This is all the.
So she's not talking or anything.
Yes, you won't hear.
Okay, well, what's going to happen is he's playing with my tits. Frank! Focus on the experiment. Roxanne's not here yet.
Frank, focus on the experiment.
Oh. Get him a spoon, yes. Go and what?
You know what I do?
Regardless of how good or bad this is, I'm leaving a stream. I'm also going to do a video to upload later. I'm hoping to turn the lights out with that charger around. Any indication of how long you're going to be in that device. I didn't bring the spirit box to my bed, but I can check your temperature and your 28 degrees, 81, and your butt is the hottest part of your body.
Oh,
So I'm going to use the thermal as long as I get my device on the charger. Okay.
I have the most effective piece of equipment that I've ever had for gathering equipment, for producing facts, for
I'm a psychic. I can tell you what's in there.
I know what's in there.
You gonna tell you what's in there? What's in there? You have a notepad.
that is the most important piece of equipment I have.
You didn't know I was psychic, did you?
Things that were similar
Yeah,
to
you know, with what you're doing here, we need to be in competition with Hunt Paranormal. I can tell you that right now. We need to do this on a regular basis. Right? Screw all this other stuff. We're just gonna sit here and do this all the time, make videos. You're gonna blind her to the
right? So I got your eye covered.
Let me ask you this. I've got more than one pair of these virtual reality goggles, not the $15 ones, but nice ones. Is there anything we could do with something like that in conjunction with anything?
Possibly. The reason for these is so it's translucent instead of.
Oh, she's not possible.
I've got some ping pong balls that I split. So they're like this. I got them around Halloween.
Yeah.
And they look like red eyes.
Don't walk through.
and it's funny that we were doing that. We're actually doing this during an investigation back close to Halloween, and I handed the person that was being the guinea pig.
Well, you're gonna be wearing goggles and everything else.
Oh,
All right. So we're gonna turn the lights out. Shine a red light in your face. You're gonna have these half golf balls in your eyeballs. You're gonna have headphones on.
Yep.
To listen to this white noise. So as we go through this, I want to get this down and do this on a regular basis. Yeah. How many times have you played with this?
Probably about, let's say between
I should
10 or 12.
rephrase it. Was it a different person each time?
Yeah, usually.
For the sake of this discussion.
Everybody that's done it has said that
How long do you keep them in this?
it just kind of depends. It kind of goes with, whatever they're comfortable with. Some people, 10 minutes is all they can do.
All right.
Some people, 30, 45 minutes.
What are you doing over there?
So is Ken going to be with us tonight?
He hadn't said otherwise. Usually he is. Here he is. Somebody anyway.
There he is.
I see somebody's stomach.
Yeah.
Yes, it's pickup going in front of me. I thought it was a Bigfoot.
Right. Speak of the devil. Show up.
Okay, during this session, we need to mute ourselves.
Yes.
I know that it bothers you to no end. You gotta silence your phone.
I always do that.
Now, we've got, what's the dates on that? 21st, 22nd, 23rd of May. How hard is it for you to get off work? Right.
Let me see. Well, the 22nd of May is when I'm supposed to fly to San Diego.
Oh, crap. You got an opportunity to be on Lifetime TV with us.
Really?
Yes. They called me today.
Oh,
We gotta go to Columbus. Why are you laughing? We need somebody that can play a Baptist minister. Well, you look like a Baptist minister.
I am Baptist minister.
What are you, Pentecostal? Dude, I know.
When is this?
21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Which month?
May.
May. I'll get off work in time for that.
You spend it all on Savannah.
I got upcoming stuff.
You don't have to be there all 3 days. We at least need you for one day. I get calls all the time from these reality TV shows. And I told them we would probably like to do this, but we can use the exposure.
So everything is just portraying a wedding. It's not a real.
It's not a real wedding.
Oh.
We got to make it feel real, if you know what I'm saying.
I mean, acting. I don't know.
You act all the time.
I mean, I'm pretty good at acting. I've acted sober more times than
I know. I hate it.
especially in time.
He got a better minister look.
But
They're in the penitentiary. They kept escaping.
so, do you know what we're doing tonight?
I thought it was another Bigfoot guy.
He has internet problems. Come here.
Got moved the coffee out.
Well, so the thing is that we need you. What?
Well, hello.
Who is that?
She's alive.
I am alive.
Okay, so I need you to get over here because I don't want you to run when I tell you what we're going to do. She wants to hug you, Catherine. Get your damn phone, put it
I'm
down.
reading.
She got her line here. I think she looked good.
She didn't do look up. Not talking about you,
I'm
Kaylin.
sorry.
We're talking about Miss Facebook over here.
I wasn't on Facebook. I was working on something.
Didn't say a word about the doll or
She just totally ignored her.
well, that's a leap.
Alright. So you may be familiar with what he has done with the red light district over here before.
Yeah.
All right. So we're calling it Lee's Redline Spirit Communications.
Okay.
All right. And do you know Roxanne? No.
She shows up when you put the red light up.
Anyway, I'm going to make some other recordings. Are you familiar with what he's doing over here? It's like it's like a scrying mirror without the mirror. Okay, so I think this is similar. Anything left in your Jeep?
Oh, yeah.
I
haven't even touched it.
Do you need some help?
Kevin said if you need some help, he's more than welcome.
Kelly, you can say that.
You know, all right.
Oh my God, yeah. He carries around a
No, I didn't mix it up yet. You want to mix it up? The water's in it, everything just needs to put coffee in it. I didn't know how much coffee over there.
yeah, I'll be there.
I know you want coffee, don't you? She didn't. Hey, Catherine, you didn't give him a cup.
Oh, good news is I'm not working until Monday.
You're off of work?
Yeah, I've been out of
So she will
work
be
for-
with us Friday.
I had surgery on the 10th. I was supposed to be back to work the 19th.
I like those red glasses.
Do you need a cup,
Yeah.
Kelly?
Huh?
You need a cup for coffee?
No, I'm good. So basically, he didn't put a drain in.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good at all.
So I got a seroma. So last Thursday, I had to go under the knife again, 2.5 hours to get everything done. And I'm just like, why the fuck didn't you write the grant? It was $10,000. I was paying you good freaking money, thinking that. I
So
was
he didn't
gonna-
charge you the second time, did he?
No.
Okay.
I paid for the insurance company. And my boss was like, why don't you just take a couple extra days, get better, you're gonna be right back into it, busy as hell, and you're gonna hurt yourself. I'm like, you know what, you're right. I'm taking the weekend off.
Tell me once.
Come here, right.
So you're gonna come with us Friday?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a ghost Friday. You gonna come?
Awesome.
Are we meeting
Then I
here?
have a message.
Yeah, because it's down the
So
road.
what's going right then?
What time?
We don't.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We got more than golf balls.
Kayleen, we're actually gonna put some virtual reality goggles.
Virtual reality.
Got everything plugged in.
I did play it when I had my decent goggles.
Yeah.
Then my phone actually fit in, my old phone actually fit in. My newsletter does not fit in my virtual.
So I saw something on Facebook about somebody asked you to marry him or something like that. Did you get an engagement thing going? It popped up on my timeline. That wasn't you? I don't know another Kayleen.
What was it? Oh, that was our.
I didn't look at the
was
date.
January.
That was old
Yeah,
stuff.
my friend that I talked to periodically from Florida, she like commented on it, so then it was like,
And you've done it before, haven't you?
I watched.
Right. We still got about 10 minutes. Somebody's already watching us here, by the way. Okay, welcome to YouTube. This is not the best stream in the world, but we're going to do this. We're also streaming over on Facebook at Abnormal. On Facebook. If you haven't joined that group over there, join us. We stream on Facebook. Goes a little bit better than what on YouTube. YouTube has really given us a little problem. Saying he was going to retire, but he bought all this equipment and now he's got to work another 15 years. But anyway, this is a exciting thing here. Nobody's really doing this except for Frank Lee.
You can't hear us, so we can say anything we want.
We're talking about you, not to you.
Oh, carry on. I mean, as long as it's all good.
It's good for us. Okay, the chat box is open. As we go through this, if you have a question as we proceed here on YouTube, I can make this long. It's that or I'm in a portable. You might be in a portal, I don't know. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I got my photographer.
I'm feeling.
It too, but it was on the doctor, but it about pink finger on my butt.
I barely do hear you say that.
Finger.
It's good.
You're just hearing me.
I'm putting the headphones back. I'm going back to my safe space.
Oh, God.
What are the dates on that, Kelsey? On
21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Okay. Did you see that available?
Right, it's in the middle of the week.
Okay.
Is it?
All right.
It's not on the weekend.
Oh, yeah, because I'm off the 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah, we're coming up on Memorial Day weekend somewhere in there, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah. But not that, that's during the week. Take a chill.
No, I know, it was the week before Memorial Day week. Ah,
The 21st, 22nd, 23rd are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
I mean, they all they do is they're not supposed to detect the disturbances of them all.
This disturbance over here.
But some things, I don't think there's a piece of equipment in here that can handle it.
While we're waiting to get, so take an introductory time to tell people what's going on with y'all.
All right, we're live on Facebook.
Hello, everybody. We have in the house a bunch of abnormal people.
Hello.
You look freaky.
How low can you go? Kayleen is with us. Catherine is with us. Kevin, our favorite, is with us.
Oh.
Frank is over here, and
Chop liver.
he was our favorite. All right, so everybody, this is Abnormal, Alabama. While Lee is getting set up, Frank,
This is, Morel.
that's right. So Kayleen, if you park. But the bottom line is the wonderful microphone, so really I don't even have to yell like I used to. So Kevin, while they're finishing the setup,
You want me to turn the other one off?
that one over there, I don't think will be a problem. It's just one next to you. Just leave that one. It's gonna be too hot. That air conditioner's not feeling too good today. Go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Now, this is a very, very special doll. I don't know if anybody's heard of a place called the Island of the Dolls in Mexico.
Yes, I've seen that
They've
picture of it.
had it on TV. They've had an episode of Ghost Adventures. Zach Bagans and all them went down there and did an investigation as the caretaker, Don Julian, I think back in the 50s or 60s. He lived on the there, the beach. And Don Julian tried to rescue it and said it was a little girl's ghost. So he would take dolls and put them there on the beach and around the island to appease her, and it would stop her from crying. And it turned into a fad after a while. People would come to the island to see if they could catch a glimpse of the ghost girl and to leave a doll for her. And now the island is littered with dolls of all shapes, sizes, forms, kinds. There's some hanging from trees by rope. There's a lot of them takes care of the island there, or helps him. I'm not sure if he's still around or if he passed, but I know he was either ill or passed away, and the nephew took over. Well, the nephew thought it'd be a good idea to take some of those dolls off the island because it was getting crowded. He took them home, and his wife immediately said, "No, you're not bringing those in my house." And her a rope with her. And the knot's coming loose there. But my friend Myra, who is a doll doctor, and she specializes in cleaning up old dirty dolls and fixing old broken dolls, she knew the nephew, and she right away said, "Oh, I got to have me a few of those dolls. If you need to get rid of them, your wife won't let you keep them. Let me have a few." So he gave her a lot of them. 2 of those dolls I was lucky enough to get, and Esmeralda is one of them. Esmeralda is supposed to have a little girl spirit with her named Esmeralda. I don't know her story other than it was some sort of illness that killed her decade. But when I got her from Myra, I've seen before pictures of when she came off the island. She would rope and Don Julian's shack. When Myra got her, and I've seen before pictures, she was a hot mess. She was caked with dirt. She had no clothes. Her little cloth body was stained and dirty and still had some of those stains in there. I'm not going to pull her clothes off, but I can see from behind some of the dirtiness. Happy. For some reason, Esmeralda wanted to keep the rope as a token or a souvenir from the island but apparently Esmeralda wanted to keep it. And since I've had her, I've seen the doll blink by itself. As if you lay it backwards and the eyes will close and pick it up, it'll open. She blinks on her own. I don't know who the other spirits are that are attached with her, but I've taken her, or I help run the Birmingham haunted bus tours that are usually in the summer and fall. I've taken her with me on one of the tours, and she kind of freaked some people out. She kept moving around in the seat, she made a different. Not one, but 2 dolls from the Island of the Dolls in Mexico. There were only so many of them taken off the island. And of course, being a haunted collector, what better thing to have in my collection. So we'll see if she gives us any activity tonight. Maybe she'll invade Frank's mind while he's got.
This is Kevin Kane. He would not go to work tomorrow. So while we're doing this experiment of trying to communicate,
Kevin Kane, that's WRITER, Kevin Kane. Kane is spelled CAIN.com. KevinKane.com. I've got a shop with all of my books available, including my haunted collection that talks about several of the haunted dolls and other items that I have. And there's a link to my YouTube on there.
so join him, and he does a podcast thing, telling stories. And I guess these are stories you made up, aren't they?
Well, it's stories I've heard and I'm passing on, so I can't take credit there. I wish I could. There's some brilliant stories I used to hear growing up.
But the way you wrote it, phenomenal.
The way I tell
Like,
it.
the books, I can't put it down. I read the whole thing.
Are you talking
front to
about
back.
my books?
All of them. I bought every single
thank
one of them.
you.
They're great.
And the podcast. You're a great
Fantastic.
storyteller.
Yes.
And so you can sit back, tell a story, and it's like, it's not everybody has that talent.
No.
Well,
Especially not as descriptive as you are with your writing. Like, you can really visualize it. You
Not
gotta
all
check
of
these
us
books
are
out.
detail oriented.
When I read books that go pages into the description.
Not
Yes.
yes there for a second.
Are you agreeing with Esmeralda?
Okay, so now you're going around taking pictures of different stuff. Is there a reason for that has anything to do with what we're about to do?
Well, I mean, I was just kind of thinking that, I would.
Haunted chair.
No, part of the, I demonstrate part of the original Gansfield experiment. And everybody can see how that works.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna show the example.
Don't explain to us what's gonna take place and a little history of this. And did you get your copy here?
Not yet. I'm thinking.
Y'all bear with us as we're moving around the building here. This, if you notice the way that we are operating, if you've ever seen George Clinton and the Funkadelics on stage, that's kind of
Boring.
we just don't have the guy. You know who George Clinton and the Funkadelics are?
Okay.
I think.
Okay, I think Frank is ready.
Yes.
And guys, if you're over there on the Facebook, we have Kayleen who can chat with you if you want to ask questions. Is that right, Kayleen?
Yes, that's right.
All right. Catherine Marie is going to be the guinea pig for this experiment.
First,
Did you get bit by a bug or what was going
I
on?
had a tick on me
Okay,
from crawling in the grass today.
all right. Well, I hope it's not a haunted tick.
I just killed it, so it may come back and haunt me.
Okay, so Frank, we're gonna turn it over to you. You don't have to worry about a microphone. This picks up this entire room wonderfully. So just kind of point and explain your equipment and let's talk about what's gonna happen here.
let me see. Okay.
You need your coffee before you get started?
Probably. That,
Fair enough.
thanks, sir. Yours.
Geez, we got a lot of people watching.
I'm gonna drink this haunted coffee.
Susan, Ray Henderson, Trish Ritzley.
Trish from New Jersey?
Yep,
You don't need that.
and Crystal Howard.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us. Carl was on there a minute ago.
Yeah, Carl was there.
They can hear you. You can whisper all day. They can hear you. Y'all have to be patient with Kevin.
If you look up the Gansfeld experiment, and that's GANZFELD, it's basically they've done this at the Ryan Research Center, they've done that at the Atlantic. Basically, in a sense, like what they do is typically you would have a sender and a receiver.
Mhm.
The sender focuses on something. And as that sender focuses on an image, a video, or just whatever, the receiver's eyes are covered, can't hear. All the receiver's hearing is white noise. The red light shining is actually for a reason. It's nothing and angels and deer
And Roxanne.
because she always comes when you put out the red light. That no, the red light actually has no kind of paranormal significance. It's believed that it helps affect some of the brain activity. So the receiver will be sitting with a ping pong ball cut in half, with a half a ping pong ball over each eye, like so. And the thing about it is these are translucent, so she won't be able to see anything except for that faint red glow from the light.
Carl says the audio is coming back really low.
So
Let me turn the gains all the way up. Make sure they get changed because use your eyes to make sure it's set where it's getting surround.
let me see. Okay, we got
So Frank has a habit. He's got kind of a soft voice. To be as rude as crude as he is, he talks kind of soft. If you kind of air down on it a little bit, so that makes a difference.
yep. That oh, is that the mute button?
Well, if it's muted, it would do like that.
Oh, okay.
So just kind of man it.
Right. Man.
Talk loud.
Hello, folks. How are you doing?
Okay.
My name's Frank. And I'm here to sing some paranormal karaoke.
Actually, what I meant was talk louder.
The traditional Gansfeld first.
My chair
So-
just moved.
So that's awesome. So
Okay, just calm down here.
I have one recorder that is recording everything in the room. Another recorder is only recording the white noise, which I can actually hit this button here. I'll let you hear the only thing that is. This is actually made by, oh, I can't remember the company. But it's a noise generator app.
White noise so that there's no outside anything that's gonna jolt.
And that's 98% of our information that we process comes through. You block those two off, and then you're forced to use your intuition. And that's kind of what we're doing here. Now, in the first part, we use a sender and a receiver. Our receiver is going to see if they can pick up on something that the sender is looking at. We're going to see if we can get that transmission.
So she's gonna be the receiver. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we can do that.
Does she need to know who is better off?
But well, for demonstration purposes, we'll talk kind of softly and everything during the experiment.
Okay,
So
I'm thinking of Roxanne.
right.
I'm sitting here thinking about all the dirty things y'all are probably.
So
This is a clean broadcast, regardless of what other people say.
so who wants to be the first receiver?
I'm gonna do the first.
Take your
All right.
glasses off. Go put golf balls or ping pongs in your eyes. Okay. Is there anybody else doing this at this level now? Has it got a lot of history of people working it for this purpose?
Not that I'm aware of in the way that.
Keep in mind, Frank, I might interrupt you sometimes just to help.
I'm going to turn this overhead light off.
Oh, one other thing here. I'm sorry. Before you get her started, what are these two little boxes again here?
Those actually pick up. These are just static detectors. They're not EMF. They're not magnetic. They just pick up disturbances in fields. It's not a ghost detector by any means. But if there's any kind of disturbance in the area, then this will set it
So
off.
I saw it light up when you moved your hand.
Right.
So
Right. I can set it off now. Now, if you notice, after I touch it, it's harder for me to set it off. The reason is when I discharge the electron off of my hand,
okay.
then I have to recharge it.
So how close does the movement have to be to that to activate it?
Usually within a few inches.
Okay.
But this just helps pick up if there's any kind of. This is more monitoring the environment.
I got you.
We're not
I got
detecting ghosts.
Okay. Now, Kevin, over on that chair is a little tablet that I've been charging.
Okay.
Without unplugging, can you kind of push the button on it, see if it's got any much charge that I could use it for a little thermal camera?
All right. Who's going to be our sender?
You want me to send? I'll send.
Yeah,
You want me to?
yeah.
Okay.
Are you good at this? It's. I can feel the
Okay,
thoughts.
just go ahead. We'll wait till later. I'm hoping if she starts detecting anything, I want to use a thermal camera to see if I get anything around her or anything. Besides rain.
Y'all tell me when.
So, all right. So what he's going to do is he's going to be looking at an image, and he's going to concentrate on it and see if you can detect what it is that he's looking at and sending to you. He's going to try and send you the mental image that he sees.
Now, is there, can I just imagine something or do I have to really see it to send it to her?
Just whatever seems to work. I've actually got some here
I got you. Okay.
for you to.
Then no more need to be said. Is there any, do you put a length of time on it? In other words, if she don't get anything within 2 minutes, you say you can't
I
do it?
say, just for the sake of, since we're doing the broadcast and everything, I'll say we'll probably try this for about 5 minutes.
Okay. So we'll just be at your mercy there. So I understand everybody's cell phones are muted,
Yes, I
no
know.
ringers on. And she's gonna be a white noise, but we still wanna remain quiet, I assume.
And keep in mind now, you might feel dizzy. You might feel dizzy. You may hear voices. You may hear. I've had people that have done this hear music complete with lyrics. Feel like they're being touched. I mean, all sorts of pretty much any. This. So anything that you feel, just announce whatever you're seeing, feeling. If you smell something odd, not a taste, just anything.
And I've got to assume that when she tells us you don't need to break anything, don't take the headphones off, just say, I'm feeling something,
Right.
something touch me, I hear something,
Right.
don't anything you're doing, just
Right. And it's not like hypnosis or anything like that. If you're getting dizzy, if it can get intense. If it gets too much, all you gotta do is just pop your headphones off, whatever, you're fine. I'll just tap you on the arm when 5 minutes is up.
Okay.
So, all right, you can go ahead.
okay, we're starting the experiment, so we're gonna be very quiet. If anybody wants to
I might
Chat.
fall asleep.
ask questions, Kayleen is on Facebook and I'm on YouTube over here, so we're ready.
And Kevin, have you got a timer?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this up. And I have my most important piece of equipment with me right here.
The
This
good
works.
old notebook.
This will do a better job than any
And
$1,000 arsenal.
Frank, let me ask you this. He's gonna start a stopwatch thing on his phone. If she says, I'm being touched, should he announce how much time has passed? So you can jot that down. In other words, 2 minutes and 37 seconds in there. So I would look at one of these and focus.
And you can pick whichever one you want
So I'm not gonna tell anybody, or do you want me to show you?
to. Yeah.
Just
we
for
can show-
verification, I'm gonna show you.
And we'll show the camera. This one?
Mhm.
Okay. So for verification, if you can.
That's kind of nothing but a white blur there. isn't it?
Yeah, the word.
You'd have to get closer to the camera there.
So
Or if you want to, you can just type it in the chat box there.
Is it showing?
Nah, you can kind of see it there. I think you can, but if you type it in the chat box too. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet, so. Have you got the white noise one?
And here, you can hang on to that and just
Let's keep
stare at
going.
it.
Do you still need mine?
No, you just set.
There's someone that way.
You keep the time.
Okay.
If she says she feels, hears, or anything, give him what the time is on his clock.
Just the regular time.
No, you got a stopwatch going?
I got a stopwatch.
Okay, get stopwatch going. And so if she says something, no matter what it is, you just quietly announce 2 minutes, 37 seconds, 5 minutes, 2 seconds, whatever.
Okay.
He's keeping very good notes here.
How far into it are we?
20 seconds.
Okay, and I know that it's easy to think that those are EMF detectors, but I promise those aren't. So if you see them light up, it's not the equipment setting. Sorry, Kevin. You have blanket?
He's good.
Kevin, I got my gun in the car. If you want to use it.
For the record, it's probably the strangest looking experiment ever.
God dang, it's got good spooky. It's got the good spooky thing to it.
Yeah, I wish I could read that.
It looks like she's in a tanning bed.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of lunch from the gas station.
Keep the chicken in the
The little gas station tamales.
Oh, sorry, that's fish. We're supposed to be taking this serious.
You know, right as we were getting started, she did say that she felt like there was something wrong with her. So, that's kind of
And it's kind of one curiosity.
well, that's not Kim. Kim said about we were doing this during an investigation out of the Cultural Museum.
They were saying
Yeah.
crash.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
the other person who was looking at the she was in contact and she felt this big.
And then remember, the spirit box was going on, and it said 8 as the age that she had said 8. It was crazy. But the other person didn't really have any kind of reaction. So that was why they switched it up, right? The first one, it wasn't really anything. The guy.
And, yeah, we, the second person that did it during that investigation was in the investigation. So
It's 5.
it's 5 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna bring her out.
Stop.
It already been 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was about to fall asleep.
So did you come up with anything?
I saw lightning.
Early on, you acted like you said something with your but also in my mind, transmit to get anything.
This is a review of this, the funding that's big.
Okay.
That's my whole thing.
So we did 5 minutes, correct? We have 2 more subjects over there.
I gotta go too.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you know, I think you'll be the best subject because you're talking to dolls all the time.
Well, wait till we get phone balls and the headphones on.
You know? Did you bring your spirit box with you, Kevin?
I got the one on my phone, but I don't have
I left mine at home.
my
Yeah, I'm gonna go back,
PS.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, why don't, either one of y'all,
It's gonna be
So,
dirty.
so how did that feel as far as like the sensations you're getting? Did you feel any kind of motion?
I changed the picture, I was looking at a clock.
Okay.
Just so you know.
That did you feel anything strange when?
Just the
Right.
comfortable. Take, you know, it takes a lot of or to move anything.
I think you just tap this.
That's what I'm saying. So you'll be easily moved by a spirit.
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't take much
have it.
effort. So you got to put the ping pong ball in the eyeball.
Oh,
And you
The
keep
black
it,
dots were
a
bothering.
little suggestion here, Kevin,
Black dots were bothering.
Were they?
look straight ahead.
I have had skin cancer
Yeah.
before. I wonder if this is gonna.
You have it that way.
I'm afraid I'm gonna something happened like at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark when those guys started melting on the stuff that came out of the ark.
Okay, you get a fresh set.
All right.
He didn't have a way. He didn't have a way to sanitize
So,
her.
yeah, this is like a little orphan Annie look.
Right.
Can't
This,
just
um,
use a-
Why is that light keep going off over there?
that, I don't know, this is just mainly for the translucent effect that it gives.
Oh,
So you don't want to be completely blinded. You just want some of the.
and if nothing else, it gives y'all something to make fun of.
Right.
Well, actually,
Right.
keep in mind, Kevin, he's really want to see if Roxanne shows up. So if you see Roxanne, let him know right away.
And you know, the good thing about it too is with these and that red light, you know, it kind of looks like.
Catherine, your phone stop watch clock thing. Somebody.
Okay.
Now, who's Roxanne? Do I know her?
No, but she shows up in a red light. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
Let me know
let's
when
see.
to
So,
start.
so you're so Catherine is going to be sending.
Bailey, it'll be
Almost
time.
feels like you're on the getting interrogated. Though.
Yeah. I know nothing.
Where? Okay.
All right. So this there is a volume here if it's too loud. Just whatever you feel. If you feel dizzy, if you smell something, if you hear anything,
What you have for lunch?
just that is any sensation you get, just announce it, and I'm gonna write down the time.
And don't remove the headphones or anything when you announce it. Just say, hey,
Yeah, I know. I've seen this.
Yeah.
all right. And what's the name of your dog over there?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
You want me-
Where is Esmeralda?
Should I wait a few?
Just kind of ongoing for a few seconds. Maybe just raise your hand so we know something's going on.
Okay.
Because Frank likes to talk a lot.
I won't hear that, bro.
Okay, so we ready?
Yep.
Timer start.
Is having the sensation of falling out of a chair.
Yes.
It must be good he smiled right there.
Roxanne showed up.
Well, he goes.
I hear tapping like Morse code.
Time. For those watching, we're not saying anything. It's totally quiet in here, so your audio still works.
There was a shadow right here.
That was at 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
using the systems built.
I hear a bird chirping.
So it's 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Or 20 seconds, sorry. It's going backwards, I think.
We have a 7 5-minute timer.
Three, two, one, done.
Okay.
Is that all?
Yep.
5 minutes was.
It goes pretty quick doing that. So how did it feel doing that? Did you get dizzy or have any?
Just said those few little noises I mentioned.
How
So-
did it feel like somebody was standing there the whole time, or?
No, it was just when I said it was like
Okay.
somebody loomed up and then loomed back,
Oh, okay.
or loomed up and pulled back.
Let's see.
That's probably their ghost that's in there.
Probably the one that was knocking the tin around here a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
God, did you see the smoky thing I posted on
Yes.
YouTube? Oh, let me
Uh,
tear your stuff up.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
why don't we turn on the light for a moment? Let's do a little debriefing here.
Debriefing, FBI.
Kevin, did you get any picture that I sent you?
Going in further. Let's show him. Let's show him. Okay. First thing that comes to your mind as far as a picture is concerned. What would it be?
Is before I said,
He lives in a house of freaking haunted dogs. Give me a break.
but when I was sitting there, I guess I was trying to clear my mind too much.
Yeah. Just a quick announcement.
Yeah.
That's the sound of happiness.
Okay. There's some sensation that something was standing to her left. Okay. And he got something to his left. A red light.
Yeah.
And it sounded like
And
metal, or did it sound like wood, or electronics?
well, that trying more like probably wood. Yeah, kind of a, yeah.
Okay. Just,
And then,
more details, I think the better, as we go along with
And
it.
I heard the bird, I should specify, it sounded kind of like if I was at the beach and the seagull was flying, like kind of the noise that it made.
You were thinking about perfect moment to segue into a promotion here. And Frank, I'm not trying to take over your job. I'm just, throwing stuff in there. Trying to make us look important, which is hard to do.
Okay,
I know, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we got some people watching. That's a good thing. We've had Catherine, who did 5 minutes in there. Kevin, they both had interesting things. Both of them had sensation of movement to their left.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin had a little bit more things happening with him. Would have a Morse code thing, and then he had a bird chirping, and he said it was more like a further in your knocking. Can you repeat that? Can you do that? The right Morse code. SOS.
Like a rhythm, like
Yeah. So I'm just curious,
how was that again? It was kind of it's kind of
slow to begin with, fast in the middle, and slow at the end.
something like that.
Wow.
SOS is three,
Long, very short.
and then SOS.
Now let me tell you, my grandfather, Joseph Kane, who he's spirit wise has visited me a few times. So is my grandmother. He died but Ed War on the Laffy. And you can tour the Laffy. It's open in the Bay in Charleston, Buckarest Point, and it's got ghost stories and stuff.
Get on Facebook on your
I
phone,
wonder-
reply to Keith about his mother, just tell him to keep us posted. We're in the middle of the stream.
I wonder if that's maybe him coming in saying hello. And
Don't forget, at the end of it, she was looking at a picture. You didn't have a clue what the picture was, but you said when you first started, you were thinking the first thing in your mouth.
I was thinking about during that time, I'm clearing my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, before I was thinking.
So I'm
Well,
impressed.
a good,
Yeah, I worked at home.
so that doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah.
You were picking that right on.
So guys, everybody here, we got another victim. Kayleen's gonna jump up here and we'll make it abnormal.
Yahtzee.
No, we're just.
Squirrel. Okay, do you want me to do another picture?
We stream this live, YouTube and Facebook. The stream is better on Facebook than it is on YouTube. YouTube is kind of down on their rules a little bit, so if you don't have like 15 million subscribers, they're not as nice to you, you know. But anyway, we're still streaming our group, and our technician over here will be glad to get you in there real quick instance. But it's also very fascinating getting communications from wherever this place is on the other that we can't see, right?
Well,
So-
and the important thing to put out there that people need to really understand this, this sort of communication in itself, as it is, all that we're doing is we're aiding to enhance your own intuition.
If there is the
Right.
and this is really better than mirror scrying and whatnot, because you got no reflection of anything. There's nothing that throw you off balance because you're acting out here. Is that correct, guys? You read this?
We can hear you.
I thought I heard a computer make that chime.
Oh, yeah, I think it did chime.
Okay,
chimed in.
so you can turn the volume up on that,
Okay. I'll
okay?
turn it up so I'm
Yeah.
hearing it.
But other than that, you got white noise. We really trying to be quiet. Before, Frank couldn't be quiet, so the cat. He was-
I mean, I can do it again, right?
Yeah, so we might have to do cat and all that. But bottom line is, this is very interesting. I want to get a really kind of woke me up with this a little bit. It's like, okay, this is really thing. Doesn't surprise me because I've seen him in action with his dogs, and Kevin kind of scares me. Not gonna lie to you. But now we've got Kane, and I don't know about Kayleen's woo-woo powers over there. I don't know how much she's delved into the other side. I know she's hung around Frank some. And that's,
I mean, she's got to be a little strange.
yeah, well, hanging around Frank is really dealing with the other side. It's just not the side we're trying to touch with. So, but anyway, I'm going to turn it back over to Frank. Remember, October 26th. Everybody in here, I think you're going to be there, man?
I think so, yes.
She's so non-committed.
No,
That's
it's
why
not
she's
that.
been. That's why she's been engaged all year. I want the ring, but I don't really want the man. www.abnormalalabama.com. It's just like Ticketmaster. I've got it set up. It's slick. You would think that I was some shrewd businessman. Every month, the way I set this up, the earlier you buy the tickets, the cheaper they are. In May, they go up. They go up again in June. They go up again in July. They go up again in August. So if you want the tickets cheap, you can get them now. Already selling the VIP tickets. So Frank and I have got to get practicing our reverse stripping routine and bodysuit things. But if we just go out and show it all, they will start throwing money at us to put clothes on real quick.
I know I'm having to work on my weight before that. I'm trying to put on like 50 pounds.
We need some good pop bellies there. Yeah.
I ain't going.
But we were going to give Kevin a lap dance.
What song do you want to dance to?
Because he's cute.
It's good.
Okay. All right. Well, us on the Facebook page. Alabama, join our group over there and have fun. We also stream on YouTube at Noble Alabama. Subscribe. We need a lot of subscribers on YouTube simply because they changed the rules and we need some subscribers, bottom line. And Frank, when you get through telling your dirty jokes over there, we can get started. Yeah, don't tell me.
So you've seen it done, you know, that the timer said.
Yeah.
So, and of course, anything that she sees or hears or feels, she's going to announce to us.
Try to get louder.
You gotta speak very loud. I'm getting complaints about the audio. So really speak up, Frank. Give it all your man whoop you can.
I can hear you talking.
I know, I can hear you talking the whole time.
Yeah, but online they're complaining.
Stupid thing to say.
Catherine, you got people in the chat room over here trying to do it on my phone.
I can see the ocean.
Minute 23 seconds.
So now what we'll do is see the way that we're doing this. It is the traditional games where you have the sender and you have the receiver. And after this,
I'm hearing him knocking
2 minutes,
like on
20
a door.
seconds.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna do it a little bit different next time. In other words, tonight.
So what we'll do is instead of a sender, we'll just have a receiver who's listening for the actual sender will just be the one this here that the receiver can pick up. So like if there's something that see if the receiver can pick up.
I'll let you explain that. For the same people. Kevin.
His fingers feel funny.
4 minutes, 6 seconds.
He says, that doesn't make sense. But
that spider?
4 minutes, 54 seconds. And now we're at 5 minutes.
Is that what I don't know?
It's LEDs. It's weird.
I put it up there for 85, 86 degrees. Over here it's like 71, 70. Interesting.
So what did you think?
That was cool. I wanted to stay there.
See what I can
Oh,
do,
okay.
like, keep
So
seeing
it's
what
very
was coming.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, relaxing.
So probably the strangest thing after all three of y'all doing that. What was probably the strangest part of it?
Start with you, Catherine. Strangest part of your experiment.
Probably the person standing beside me.
What
Sleepiness.
What I was thinking of.
See how this works, because when you try to think, you mess it up.
Right, exactly. I was just like, whatever.
Just let it go, and
Yeah.
first thing out of your mouth,
Yeah,
and you hit it. It's amazing.
that is
That-
amazing. That is
so-
amazing.
So congratulations. Now granted, usually in a much
Yeah.
we just kind of sped through that for demonstration purposes.
We're
for
gonna
everyone.
do this in a more intense way,
Oh,
and what usually goes into an hour for one person.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So for you guys watching this, you're gonna have some silence, your stereo going or something, because we want to get the most out of this. We're learning. I think learning with this too.
Team's still doing. Now we can show the adaptation, because now that you've seen basically the principle of the Gansfeld experiment, that is, you have one person as a sender, one person as a receiver. The receiver tries to detect what the receiver tries to detect what the sender is looking at and tries to pick up that. We've had success with that. So where we're going to change it, here just a couple of weeks ago, we had the tent being moved around.
Somebody walking behind the wall.
Yeah,
behind
that's
the window.
there's
Missed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was trying to form a shape.
Yeah.
so what we'll do this time is, and this is kind of where we have a sender focused on an object. Receiver is just going to relax, whatever comes to them, announce it, and the sender.
Right, right. So, okay, so let me get this I have to break it down a little simple. I got educated now. So what I'm hearing is that the sender and receiver, to see if in this blank state, your mind drifted to the same thing without either being the sender or the receiver.
Well, what we're gonna do is, instead of actually having a person being the sender, the sender is going to be the location.
So just being here based on, okay, now I got it connected. The dots are connected.
Right. So basically, if there's, say, some type of residual energy here that pick up on that, or if there were that, that I know I'm in Alabama.
You're up again, and you understand what.
Because I literally spot on within a minute, 2 different
But you
people.
about screwed up because you tried too hard.
I know.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
Don't try.
I know.
Just don't try.
I know.
that.
I think that creates some kind of interference. You don't
Yeah.
let that come in.
Yeah.
So relax, kind of let her mind be blank, and whatever comes to it, Of course, for me and you, that's gonna be really easy to not think too hard. Kevin and Kate. She's imagining that hand motion wasn't her.
Sign over here is not, well, it could be some kind of beast, but it's not.
10 minutes each.
Yeah, we got an hour.
I need a little longer.
So,
Slow.
yeah.
So we'll do 10 minutes.
So then it's 10 minutes, guys. If you got them, smoke them.
Right on my eyes, so I can't see.
Turn the light out. Yes, Professor.
Kelsey, you gotta be quiet, cause I can hear you.
What?
Yes, you have to be quiet, cause I can hear you. You zone me out.
I've done too much public speaking.
That's my fault.
Kenny. Chat box. Who's doing the timer? You don't mind letting everybody know.
I see lights that are getting brighter and brighter and brighter coming toward me like they're coming out of a tunnel.
It's 3 seconds.
Let everybody know to be silent for. Thank you.
There's somebody walking.
Minute 57.
I'm consistent with this area. Temperatures would be in the 80s over here. But over here, even with a hot line over there, it's 10 degrees more. Can you hand me that tablet? I'll plug it in the tablet.
Keep seeing a flashing light. It's on this side
That's,
though.
2 minutes and, I'm sorry, 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
wind is blowing.
It's 4 minutes, 53 seconds.
There's clouds of smoke and it's going up,
It's 5 minutes and 4
and
seconds.
the wind's blowing it back to my left. Jesse,
And 6 minutes, 31 seconds.
6 minutes 31. What did she say?
Jesse.
Jesse.
it's very noisy. There's lots of people talking.
7 minutes, 22 seconds.
Keep hearing the name Jesse. It's just over and over.
8 minutes and 6 seconds.
Airplane,
That's 8 minutes and 31 seconds. That's 10 minutes now.
Not past 10.
Yes.
Back to the bright light again, coming from the tunnel.
10 minutes and 10 seconds.
So what'd you think after doing it on a longer time period? But you'll notice the longer that you're in it, the more you start to tune out everything that, any kind of outside distraction, temperature in the room, all that stuff kind of starts fading out.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people, like the first few minutes in, a lot of times when I've done this, they wouldn't say anything. And then, like both of y'all have seen when we've done it, they get 4 minutes in and they're talking about, the room spinning around. Somebody's touching them, somebody's sitting in their lap, just extensive things. And I'll show you, doing the 5-minute intervals. These are my notes. I don't know if, you should be able to see them. That's my notes for all three, for Catherine, Kevin, and Caitlin. 10-minute session. This kind of shows you how much deeper you get in during that longer time period.
Nice.
It's right there. So I got a session, then all three of their 5-minute sessions.
Do we keep our eyes open? I mean, there's a matter where
It don't matter.
it flows.
Okay, yeah.
It was back and forth.
Yeah.
I stayed open.
Yeah. So who's the next victim? All right. So I'll go ahead and start a new page here.
Are you gonna change the channel to different static? You can change it? You were changing it last time.
You see, I may keep it on. The last time I was,
Yeah,
that was a different.
okay.
That was a side experiment. Kevin's trying to talk you out of your chair so you don't stay at home.
I said, I don't like this chicken.
It's so comfortable to me, but it rocks.
People just always complain.
Yeah.
I mean, when you refer to some people, would the name be like KC or something like that?
But definitely one of those K names. Well,
Okay. Now, what I think I might have missed because I was paying attention to this, but what I'm curious about, most of all, supposed to get something from the building. Did you ask that specific question of her when she came out? Did I miss that? I may have.
Well, that she was picking up. Of course, nobody was trying to send anything to her. Now, she said this when she first sat down, and then right before the time limit, seeing like lights coming at her, like out of the tunnel.
I heard that, yeah.
But she's seeing someone walking around, and talking. And now, did you hear the word airplane, or were you hearing?
I was seeing an airplane.
I was seeing an airplane. I mean, something to consider, especially for anyone watching. All they are hearing with these headphones is this.
And I remain quiet this time.
So, I mean, we're not pumping in any sound or anything like that. There are no paranormal apps or any of that stuff being used. I mean, this is all what their subconscious is pulling forward.
So, you're about to get him ready to go here. We got somebody with a timer. We're going to do 10 minutes this time. And is that keep coming that light?
No, she's bright.
Well, he's about to give me the goggles. The ping pong ball.
The little open eyes.
Yeah.
Come on, we're up here.
Okay, so we're about to get started here. Wait till Frank turns out the light. Will be a good key to start the time, I guess. And so Kevin knows exactly what. Just relax. Don't even try to think of anything. Nobody's sending you anything. Just zone out.
Okay.
And then when you get through and we ask you questions, where's that beer? Andrew?
I'm seeing a hoot owl.
Time.
56.
I'm seeing 2 dots.
135.
I'm seeing big wings like angel wings.
10 minutes and 48 seconds.
I'm seeing an older redheaded gentleman wearing a bow tie.
352.
I'm hearing loud footsteps.
6:05.
I heard a door shut.
Oh, that was 6:38, sorry.
I'm hearing the name Michaela.
7:01.
Keep getting this image now. Middle-aged guy shaking his fist like he's angry.
7:53.
I want to make a suggestion, Frank. I just have a problem with those.
Apron or something?
Well, you know, what I'm thinking is that they got a rubber band thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I think it's
goggles for swimming.
those swimming things, it's like what you made, but it's sitting around and stuff.
Price with the chain and everything.
So we've got on my phone here, we've got Tara is joined us here. I just thought I would stream this. Everybody's having a hard time. Even with this mic, it worked good earlier,
Okay.
but streaming this program, everything goes
Is
to
it still muted?
some crap.
There's more going on this time. I can't get. This time I close my eyes. No, but there's a lot of stuff flashing in my head.
With everything you felt, and he made a page for notes of your
I'm
session,
sure.
but with
Yeah,
everything
I mean-
you felt, did you feel like it was kind
a house somewhere, but somewhere in the close vicinity.
Well, no.
But here, I wouldn't
Oh,
know of.
But you got 300 dogs, right? Go check your
I remember the name
inventory.
of Kayla,
right.
but
When you said that, I was like, wait a second.
So if I remember correctly, he's got the notes. Did you get 2 different gentlemen at 2 different times?
Yeah.
One I think the fifth time, in other words, they look for.
boy, but not as goofy looking.
So you've got a lot of detail on that figure.
Yeah.
What about the second and the
The
fifth?
second, the fifth, this guy was young, probably younger than me, 30s. I got a sense of a father figure. He had a younger girl, maybe his daughter, I don't know. I kept seeing him just shaking his fist like this. He had no facial hair. Hair kind of like mine, dark and parted, but it wasn't me. This guy was slim and lean. I got this right here. And I've never seen these people before. I don't know who the heck they are.
Okay, so this. So
Let me see.
I saw the owl in the beginning.
yes, the owl. Tell us about the owl.
And then the thing started popping off the first time.
So tell us
It was
about
just
the
like
owl.
an owl looking at it.
So is it sitting on a limb? We've got this thing going on Friday night. It'd be interesting if all of a sudden you run across an owl or some neighbor walks down the street doing this.
It was an owl.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
So you could get some energy related to that, I
And
guess.
what, that's something that's already happened, or is that?
It's happening Thursday.
Okay, so the picture of this owl, is it any nature around it or is it just owl?
Something that could have been a branch, but I just saw it was the owl.
Right.
Were you thinking about that any?
Was your
Just when
mind?
he
real?
said it, I
Okay,
was like,
so
oh, the owl. Yeah.
what else do we have in there, Frank?
The door.
They heard some footsteps, heard the door shut.
Quick, this is
The footsteps were right before the door.
the door shut.
About,
Okay, so there's
That
still
I
there's somebody
think is-
leaving.
about 3 seconds after you heard the footsteps, you heard the door shut.
That felt like it was something here. I was hearing something that has happened.
Somebody was,
Something like
somebody was like, I'm getting out of here.
shut the door.
Sure enough, Frank was actually silent the whole time this time, so.
I figured probably laughing at me fighting.
No, but I saw
the only
that.
thing
I
I
thought
was thinking is
that's
there
inappropriate
all this
for what it's doing,
concentration.
yeah.
Yeah, usually when we do it, we have more of a reclined position. It's a little bit easier, but
Yeah, if I could be laying down,
Yeah.
just.
Well, we're gonna go to Academy or somewhere, and then those little Walmart's probably
I'm
got
gonna
them.
go to the tanning salon and get some tanning goggles.
Yeah, because they got a rubber band, it's, you
Yeah.
know,
That'd be perfect.
yeah. Any comments, Kevin, after that experience, comparing the two or anything like that? You have any comments you'd like to make?
Like I said, this just had more random stuff going on. Before it was just kind of clear, but I had my eyes open the whole time. This time with closed, it's like it freed up. Instead of looking for something, I was a little more freed up to see things come to me.
So would you agree with Frank's comment earlier that the more time you've got in that, the more deep it gets?
Yeah, because you're getting, I mean, I could have probably told a story by the time it was done. If we'd done
If we'd have more
Yeah.
time.
the adventures of Bowtie Man, Michaela, and the Angry.
right.
Yeah.
Well, once in the way that it works is, it kind of like we were talking about earlier, is, you gather 90% of the information about every single thing you experience in the world around you. It kind of forces you to rely on your intuition.
And I just want to footsteps, the door shutting wasn't something I thought I heard behind me. It was like coming from the attic,
From within.
white noise or whatever.
Okay, so we're ready for Kayleen's
Ready.
last subject of the night, and working out well because we're at
Page
8:40.
and a half stuff.
So, and especially because you're such a great writer and storyteller, if you want to write up a piece about this night, share your experience, that'd be awesome.
The night I wore golf balls on my eye. What is that? Pink golf balls.
Joe, you wanna do the timer?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm bad.
Can't have anything
Okay.
nice. Bring up the ping pong ball.
Catherine, are you going to do the chat box, or are you going
Yeah, I'll
to?
go to the chat box.
Okay.
All right. To it.
So we're getting ready for Kayleen. Everybody by now knows the routine of streaming is about 15 different ways because the audio has been a problem. Peace and love. Goggles on, noise coming,
Not yet.
and as soon as you turn out the light, start the timer.
Let me get situated. Something feels cold right here.
45 seconds.
I hear a washer machine.
Minute 23 seconds.
I heard a car go by.
Minute 46 seconds.
Something touched me right here.
7 seconds.
I don't know why I keep thinking Joseph.
It's 3:23.
The same thing that happened right here happened right here. Feeling
3:40.
like being touched. Sound like a car's peeling out.
4:32.
I see a bus going this way.
4:53.
Looks like it's darker on this side than this side.
6-minute reset.
Now the darkness shifted over to this side.
6-minute 58 seconds.
It's almost like it's someone going like this, covering my eyes. I feel like someone's trying to pull them off. Like, I'm not even moving my eyes, and
That was 7-minute 48 seconds.
I just saw something fly by.
9-minute 11 seconds. Okay, we're at 10 minutes.
But I didn't move. It's weird. But I thought that somebody was like covering up this darkness on both sides, shifting.
Oh, well.
It was weird.
So you had a fair amount of experiences. I still think Kevin had more experiences than you,
Yeah,
He took the notes.
He did. Like, he had more vision. I had more feel.
So I got a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Just for detail purposes. They like a Greyhound bus, with an entertainer's bus,
It looked like a school bus.
school bus, okay. And then Frank, read off one by one, and let's just get a brief feel.
Well, I mean, just 45 seconds after she'd sat down, you had the cold sensation over
Yeah,
on
it
your
was
left
right
leg.
here. It was like something was blowing. Mhm.
80s, mid-80s, did I tell you that? In the mid-80s. And when I signed it over here, again, it had dropped down like 71 for the first time. And then you
It
said,
was consistently.
yeah, you
Cold.
said it's cold. It's like,
Yeah.
well, they were hotter over here, and you were cold
Yeah.
over here at that point. Interesting. Just for point of clarification,
And when I said
Yeah.
someone touched me here and here, it was like somebody went to my shirt.
okay? So,
There and there.
so the next thing on the list there. Interestingly enough, when his chair popped, you could tell the difference of what you
Yeah.
heard in the
Okay,
room
yeah, yeah.
compared to, yeah.
Yeah.
Because immediately you grinned and said, I can hear that.
Yeah.
So you could tell the difference of what was
Right.
going on here compared to what was going
Right.
on out here.
Yeah.
What was that again, the last one?
About the washing machine.
So the washing machine,
Like someone dropped the lid and you know how it does that
Oh,
little,
yeah.
that little bounce?
and was it running as it did that, the washing?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you knew definitely it was the washing.
Yeah. I could hear a spin and
You're getting a visual,
Mhm.
so that brings to
Not
mind.
as often.
So when the bus went by, did you hear anything or just see it?
I saw it.
No sound.
I don't think I heard it.
Okay. All right, next. I'm sorry.
Then of course, at a minute 46, you heard a car passing by, which
With racing down.
Yeah, I don't think I noted that too,
That's-
Kevin, but that's why I said. But she's talking about
Right.
keep in
one
mind.
of the Alabama specials where they leave their muffler at the parts store.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about a pickup truck with a Confederate flag on it.
Yes.
Little squirrel tail antenna.
Okay, next on the line.
Your right forearm.
Interesting. Up to this instant, everybody's getting a lot of sensations on the left
On the
side.
left side, but no, there
Oh,
was
wait,
some
wait,
right
never mind.
side.
I read that wrong. I'm
It was on the left
dyslexic.
and my right.
Yeah, at 2:57, you felt it on your left.
But for the first time in this session, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, you started flipping right and
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to know I'm straight to the right, so it's not like she would feel our presence over there.
Right, if anything,
What's the temperature right here?
On the armrest, it's like 73. The whole area is 70. It's cooler than it was a while ago. That's 76.666.
Oh, come on.
Okay, next on the list.
let me see. You said that you kept having the name Joseph come by.
Mhm. I don't know who it is.
So
Was there no visual with that? It was just a name
No.
popped in your head. Did you get a feel for anything with that? Just the name.
Just a name.
Okay.
Popped in my head.
And about 3:40, then you felt the touch on your right forearm.
Was it the same place?
Yes, right here where the arm bends. It was almost like they grabbed the,
So a tug on your sleeve?
yeah, a tug on right there on the inside.
Just kind of pinched it or
Yep.
something.
So that at 4:32, you heard a car squealing the tires,
Yeah, yeah.
which that
Could be the same car.
Exactly.
might be the truck with the
I think
Confederate
it was
flag.
the same truck driving the
Yeah.
other way, you know?
But no.
And I assure you, that time, there was nothing going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that was
Yeah, that was crystal clear.
Even though Kevin's trying to debunk this.
Ah,
Sit down, Kevin, sit down.
I mean, Kevin was in the parking lot. You know.
Quit picking on me.
Okay, so what happened next? Yeah, quite a bit of activity
Yeah.
there.
let me see. Then at 4:53, you saw the school bus pass by.
So only one time a bus, right? Okay.
You said it looked darker to the left side.
Did come back later and said it kind of like light,
It
dark,
was
light,
like,
dark.
it was like a handcuffing right to, along the bottom edge, like this. So it goes like that. Yeah, yeah.
Did you feel
I was
anything
playing.
with that light change? Did you feel like something was in front of your face, or was
I feel like it was hands cupping the. It was just the way it was shaped.
because you know sometimes you can close your eyes and you can actually feel somebody's hand without them touching
Yeah, I
you. You know,
didn't personally feel it, but I
Okay.
felt the
the
thoughts. were
sensation
like,
you got was
that's
somebody.
like a hand. Like,
Okay.
it was something.
Good. Well, the interesting thing about it is 6:03. You said it looked darker to the left side,
Mhm.
which is completely strange considering that's the side of the light is on.
That's the first thing I thought. Yeah.
Then at sight,
Right. Mhm.
and like it was somebody trying to pull the pin off.
Yes,
Yeah.
because my eyes were closed. I didn't have them open, and it was, I could feel this. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like trying to balance, and I'm like, why is it moving? 'Cause I'm not.
And I zoomed in
Mhm.
to see if I could catch any movement. By the time I zoomed in, I didn't catch anything going on.
Okay.
out here.
But yeah,
Felt
it
that
just
way.
felt like I was close around them. It felt like it was weird.
At least yours
Okay.
stayed on.
Yeah, we're gonna get those goggles.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
care of
that'll
that
be-
problem. Then, and then at 9 minutes and 11 seconds, you saw something fly by from the left side to the right side.
It was like towards the center of my eye.
And it flew.
Yeah,
Could you tell like
it was
bird,
just a little.
but-
Back.
yeah.
Yeah.
was there any more there?
I didn't
Um,
say, but I could hear him like getting ready to call the time. Like when it came to be, I felt like, moving around or whatever. And right back here, it was like, it moved. Like I could hear the squeak, like that.
What do you mean, the chair?
Yeah, the chair. Like I felt like if your head moves, it makes like a weird squeak, but it was almost like,
Like pressure against the,
Yeah.
it wasn't like the whole chair moved.
no, it was just the headrest right behind my head.
Okay, you didn't say anything about that.
No, I didn't because I was like, things were wrapping up and I was losing concentration. I'm like, whatever.
Was there any more, Frank? Or is it,
That was it.
Yeah,
well, I think it's all been very interesting.
it's been fun.
Well, now, I have studied more psychometry. Okay, I've been into that, blah, blah, blah. So what I would like personally to see happen is to do this again. I'd like us to keep going
Yeah.
with this, expound on it. But I would like, if any of you have a deceased person, a loved one, relative, grandmother, whomever, and see if we can get, just like he does with the dogs. It'd be interesting too, because I heard a noise on something I was doing over here earlier when I was recording that other thing that I didn't hear right here. I heard a voice, if you know what I'm saying. So we could do an EVP during this. It's got to get Frank to just be freaking quiet. But, to see if we get any EVP while this is going on.
Right.
It's something I would like to experiment with. I don't know how y'all feel about
We
that.
do that with our investigations with scare. We'll have somebody wear the headset and then we'll kind of stay away. We'll ask them
Right.
to say a name or anything.
Right.
And we'll tell them, this is what I asked, this is what you said.
Well, I think that once we learned our lesson, which I think you guys already have to get in the right frame of mind, that don't force anything, just let it go, and let just put the flower. You know what I'm saying? In the
Yeah.
car. You could play around with that all day, but it's still to me kind of phenomenal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, one, I think honestly too, I think this could prove to be a really good practice.
Okay, to resolve grief issues. And this could come close. If it serves a valid, good purpose, so somebody can walk away and feel like they got some closure.
Yeah,
That's on somebody that you would like to
right.
heal from their passing. So that y'all might think about that before. Don't look so excited, Kevin.
I was thinking about what we did, but we can use the spirit box instead of just.
Of course, we can experiment with this any way we want to.
Yeah, we've actually experimented with the spirit box, doing this, done the white noise, done several different ways. The results seem to be better with just the plain white noise.
Okay, so we could do EVP because that's not interfering with anything. You just recording silently, and if you've had experience playing around with this, so the spirit box could interfere because you get that static.
God forbid it's the portal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go back and Kevin, you can see how silly you look with those things on your eyes.
No,
Thank you.
honestly, that's the only reason I did it was so we could get a video of Kevin sitting there with those things.
Now, bottom line is Abnormal Alabama Facebook and YouTube. It's better right now on Facebook. We have some audio issues to work out, and we will be working on that. Next thing, October 26th, Bigfoot on the Beach.
Yep.
Kevin Kane's going to be there with his presentation about haunted dogs.
Bring your paranormal equipment and be ready.
And also, this guy right here, he's going to be set up. We're going on stage. We have a huge stage. We're going to experiment with 1,000 people.
Yep.
And so everybody in this room, I think Kayleen says she's going to be there.
I will.
Okay.
She's
She'll
gonna
be there.
I got no.
But due to popular demands, we're going to start on Friday. And that doesn't, if you've got to work and you can't, that's fine. We'll schedule.
Yeah, but Friday, so know what time to-
And as we get closer, we'll lock it down. We've got more speakers, more exciting things to do. Thank you all for joining in, and we will be chatting with you 1 week from tonight.
Yes.
And we may just do it again next week. We don't need anybody. We can do this without you.
All right, bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Ending live video in.
Frank's butt shot for you.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna
Hey,
end
God,
it.
it's all-
Yes, a chair, and he said, "That looks just like me."
Is that good or bad?
You know, you have to ask him. I'm not gonna get involved in that. I think it was pretty interesting. I think really, if we call Frank, this is Frank's gig here. But I think we need to do 30-minute shots.
Yeah. I need mine.
You know,
Yeah,
Uh,